This episode is brought to you by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Life's journey brings constant change filled with exciting surprises and grand challenges. And with its spaciousness, power, and style, the Toyota Grand Highlander is more than a vehicle. It's your partner in embracing all life throws at you. From the spacious adult-sized third row to seating for up to 8 passengers, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, here's your report.
Thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire a whole team of yous.
Try posting a job on LinkedIn. It's the world's largest professional network. Unlike resumes, LinkedIn gives a real-time view into a candidate's skills, experiences, and more.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Find your perfect match with LinkedIn. Post your free job at linkedin.com/achieve. That's linkedin.com/achieve. Terms and conditions apply.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Gundam Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the Mobile Suit Gundam series, such as the multiple timelines, mobile suits, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, pilots, to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Jesse.
How's it going, everybody?
And today we are bringing you another protagonist mobile suit, which is the Destiny Gundam, which by far is amazing and awesome, and I use parts of this Gundam in GB4, so it's great.
All fair.
So the Destiny Gundam is the titular mobile suit of the anime Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. It is piloted by Shin Asaka, right?
Asuka.
Gosh, words, names are hard. But yes, then technically this is his second mobile suit, because his first mobile suit that we see him pilot is the Impulse Gundam.
Yes.
Which has... So there's the Impulse, the Sword Impulse, and the... I can't remember the third one. It comes in 3 parts, much like the Strike. The Strike has 3 different sets. The Impulse has 3 different sets.
I remember, but I don't remember.
It's the green one, which has a big giant, like two giant cannons. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But,
Arc, Lancier... Yeah. I think it's Arc. No, it's not Arc.
No, it's not Arc. It is the Sword Impulse, the Impulse, Blast Impulse. And there's Sword Impulse, Blast Impulse. What's the Force Impulse? I don't remember that one. Oh, that's just the standard one. The Force Impulse is the standard. The Impulse Gundam is just without any of the modulars that it connects to, much like the Strike, where you have the Strike Gundam, but then you have the Strike Gundam with the Striker pack, the Launcher pack, and then the Sword pack, and all that fun stuff. So, moving into the technology and combat characteristics of the Destiny. So the ZGMF X42S Destiny Gundam was a high-performance general-purpose mobile suit commissioned by plant chairman Gilbert Durandal, who's a freaking dick, who ordered it to be incorporated with the most advanced technology of the time, including technologies banned by the Junus Treaty. Of course, he commits war crimes, making mobile suits, because why not? Based on the ZGMF X56S Impulse Gundam, and Shin's combat data is designed to handle any combat situations with a single set of varied armaments, a concept first tested on the ZGMF X56S-0 Destiny Impulse. So yes, the Destiny Impulse is a prototype version of the Destiny that I can't remember if we ever actually... Oh, it's in the Mobile Suit Variant series, so it's not in the... You won't see this in the anime. You see it in Gundam Build Fighters, that's about it. It's in the MSVs, which are like side story stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For close combat, it has 2 beam boomerangs that are doubled as beam sabers, a pair of palm beam cannons, and a large beam sword. For range battle, it was equipped with a long-range beam cannon and beam rifle. For defense, it has mounted a small physical shield, as well as 2 beam shield generators. Finally, it has a standard set of head-mounted CIWs. CWA, or Swizz? CWiz. They're Vulcans. That's literally what they are.
CWiz is what is literally on current U.S. aircraft carriers to shoot down missiles.
Ah, there you go. Cool. Military stuff. For the Destiny Gundam, to use its variety of weapons effectively and quickly, it is needed a wider range of body movements and more flexibility. To achieve a wider range of body movements, the suit's basic structure components were split into smaller movable pieces, while its armor was divided into smaller pieces in a manner similar to that of the ZGMF X20A Strike Freedom Gundams. The exposed gaps in the armor due to smaller armor pieces were remedied by mapping out the ranges of motion of the frame using Shin's combat performance to determine the most effective way to separate the armor parts. So Shin's like data and mind helped create this mobile suit. Like this is literally built for him. So, which is cool. The ensured the wider range of body movements did not compromise defensive power. The Destiny's joints were constructed of the same material as the phase shift armor. This gave the joints near human flexibility, while the phase shift and produced a faint metallic glow when discharging excess residual energy through the body through the joints. Though these measures the suit's met its requirements, however, various problems remain to be solved, including maintenance problems and production issues. Go figure. Other special aspects of the Destinies used the new Volatility Luminaire propulsion system and the use of the Mirage Cordoloid to create illusionary copies of itself. Destiny's Virtual Luminaire propulsion system was installed in the wings, which improvised version of the ZGMF X10A Freedom Gundam's wings, and produced a special light effect known as the Wings of Light. During high-speed movements, the Vulture Luminaire's propulsion system was frequently used alongside the Mirage Cordoloid to confuse the enemy as the real Destiny set up for a high-speed attack. Which is awesome, by the way. Seeing this is awesome.
If you've ever watched Naruto, it's Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Pretty much.
Except the clone can't hit.
Yeah, the clone can't do anything. If you watch the Freedom Seed movie, you see Shin use this in the Destiny towards the end of the film, and it's freaking awesome. And I recommend go watch Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny. Those series are probably one of my favorite Gundam series of all time, next to G Fighter. Those series is really good, and they actually gives you concrete endings. By the way, it's not left vague open.
It
gives you concrete endings.
I finally watched them, and yes, it is
the
weird
movie.
That they have
the movie gives
endings.
you a good ending too.
It does.
Compared to the movie we don't
This is
talk
a real
about.
Gundam. There's not supposed to be good endings.
This is also one of the very few.
This is supposed to be sadness.
This is also, I mean, most of the Gundam series nowadays have somewhat good endings. Most of them do.
We demand sadness.
Except for, Zeta Gundam did not have a good ending. Freaking, what's his name? I cannot remember the main pilot.
I can never remember it.
But he basically becomes like a vegetable. He becomes inoperable, and then I don't talk about Double Zeta because I still need to finish it. Camille, thank you. Yes,
because it's a weird name for a guy to have. That's why I remember that.
Yes. So, like the ZGMF X666S Legend Gundam, they did that purposely. The Destiny Gundam was powered by a hyper Duratron engine and protected by variable phase shift armor, although classified as a second stage series mobile suit, as indicated by the S in the model code. The Destiny should be a third stage series instead based on its performance. This was done to hide the fact that it was a nuclear powered suit and should have an A instead. Yeah. It's run by nuclear power, which is banned, by the way, in the Seed series. All nuclear power and weapons and everything is banned because war crimes. War crimes.
Serious war crimes.
Don't do war crimes, people. It's bad. Moving on to the armaments. So we have the MMI GAU 26 17.5 millimeter Sea Whiz. Mounted in the head, the pair of Sea Whiz was unable to damage phase shift armor, but was suitable for anti-personnel use and to intercept missiles, enemy units, and etc. Because phase shift armor is good armor. It's doesn't like physical weapons don't work on phase shifts. Like at all. It's what makes the Gundams more powerful. So next we have the MA BAR 73-S high energy beam rifle. So developed based on the ZGMF X56S Impulse Gundam's beam rifle, is the Destiny weapons or Destiny Gundam's main mid-range weapon, as the beam rifle is powered by the suit's hyper duration engine, is superior firepower and rate of fire. When not in use, it can be stored on the rear waist armor. Like most, freaking beam rifles. Next is the anti-beam shield, a small expandable anti-beam coated shield mounted on the left forearm, also known simply as a shield. It can be used together with the beam shield when in the compacted state. Now we have the MX2351 Solidus Fulgo beam shield generator. So like its brother unit, the Legend Gundam, the Destiny has a MX2351 Solidus Fulgur beam shield generator on the back of each hand. The generators produce powerful beam shields that can block physical and beam attacks. One beam shield was enough to stop the combined power of the GFAS X1 Destroy Gundam's 3 Super Cycla multi-phase beam cannons. By combining both generators, a larger beam shield can be created.
I think it's Scylla.
Scylla?
Scylla
Super Scylla. Sorry. But yeah, no, the Destiny Gundam is essentially the Psycho Gundam of the series.
It's insane.
It's big, powerful, and big.
Yeah.
Now we have the M2000GX high energy long range beam cannon. So stored on the left side of the backpack, it is the Destiny's most powerful long range weapon and can destroy a mobile suit or battleship with a single shot. It is developed from the ZGMF X56S/Blast Impulse Gundams M2000F Kerberos high energy long range beam cannon, and thanks to the Destiny's hyper duration engine is a higher firing rate, output, and fire range. When in use, the cannon unfolds and swivels underneath the Destiny shoulders while a trigger and guard extend to allow the Destiny to manual aim. Yeah, it's a really powerful cannon and freaking awesome to use, not gonna lie. It's great. It's fun to use. Things go boom. Now we have the MMI X340 Palma Fiocina palm beam cannon. So a unique feature to the Destiny is its two MMI X340 Palma Fiocina palm beam cannons meant to be used in close range or close combat at zero range. The beam cannon fires powerful bluish beam that can destroy the head of a destroyed Gundam in a single shot. Essentially, it's its own shining finger.
I was gonna say it's a one-handed Kamehameha, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a shining finger, burning finger, one-handed Kamehameha. Like it's great. It's a freaking awesome. Like if you use this in GB4, you literally grab the enemy mobile suit's head and it explodes.
Fantastic.
That's all it does. It's great. I use the arms for the Destiny for my custom mobile suit, so I use the beam boomerangs and the palm beam cannons. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
You can't use them together though. Like you can't combine them, which you should be able to. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you should.
So now we have the RQM60F Flash Edge 2 beam boomerang. So the Destiny has two RQM60F Flash Edge 2 beam boomerangs stored on its shoulders. They are upgraded forms of the ZGMF X56S Sword Impulses RQM60 Flash Edge beam boomerangs and utilize a simplified version of the Dragoon system. The Destiny's beam boomerangs have a unique ability to double as beam sabers by lengthening their beam blades. Shin uses the weapons in a variety of ways, such as using them to distract opponents while he closes in for a close range attack, or to destroy several enemy units in its trajectory. Yeah, which is also awesome. Again, he uses these in the Freedom Seed movie, which is freaking sick. And then we have, and finally, the MMI 714 Argonite Beam Sword. Now this, oh boy. So stored on the right side of the backpack, the foldable MMI 714 Argonite beam sword is powerful enough to slice a destroy Gundam in two. Despite its name, the weapon is actually a combine of a physical blade and a laser beam blade developed from the Sword Impulse's MMI 710 Excalibur anti-ship laser sword. It seems to be Shin's preferred weapon of choice for close combat. Yes.
So, something that I know it's not in our notes and trivia for today. Arendite is Lancelot's sword.
Yes. Yeah, Arendite is Lancelot's sword in the King Arthur mythology.
Yes.
Yes, it's
so it coming from
sweet.
Excalibur is pretty cool.
Right? Yeah. And which also, obviously Excalibur is also from the King Arthur legend as well. So, but yeah, cool. Two awesome things that the Impulse have and the Destiny have with, mythology. So, with that being said, we'll take a quick mid-break, thank our listeners, and we'll be right back.
Clorox Sentiva smells like grapefruit. Cleans like Clorox. And feels like...
Okay, we could be here all day. Try Clorox Sentiva for a trusted clean with long-lasting freshness. Also available in lavender and coconut. Use as directed.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more, so your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit servicenow.com.
All right, welcome to the Middle Show. We're talking about everything with the podcast. It has nothing to do with lore of Gundam. Here, we want to thank all of our amazing listeners. Thank you all so much for listening to the show, and especially thank you all because now we're over 5,000 downloads already, which is amazing. So thank you so much for supporting the show. And if you want to support the show, there's a few options you can go to. You can go to patreon.com/GundamLoreCast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us comments and reviews on Apple and Spotify, which we do actually have one on our Spotify this week from our Full Armor Gundam episode from last week. From Cell saying, thanks for responding to my comment on the other video. I tend not to comment too much, makes me feel better about leaving one, but I'm undecided how I feel about the new Gundam series still, but I'm optimistic. Fair. That's fair. It's by Sunrise, but mainly by the guys who do Evangelion, so I get it. I'm curious if you guys would do any of the suits that are more based in games, like the RX-78 MS-00Z, aka the Engage Zero, that shows up in the UC Engage mobile game. Also, Tequila Gundam rocks. I would love, so I want a kit of it. Sorry for the long comment. Long comments are great. Perfectly fine. I know Jesse here is super excited for the tequila support, so
all the support.
And yeah, eventually we'll definitely go into like game specific mobile suits as well, because I mean they're all awesome. And speaking of games, you can also find us a few different Discords. The Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, or my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Witcher Lorecast, and the Wizarding World Lorecast. So go check those out. Both links of those Discords are in the episode description below. And as far as the game news, the SD Gundam G Generation's up for pre-download. As of you listening to this live, the game's already out. So go download it. Yeah. It's great. Everybody gets the G-Quicks for free. And it's already surpassed over 1 million pre-registers. So you'll get like 13 pulls for free for downloading the game.
Yeah, they're giving us a ton of stuff for free.
You're getting a lot of stuff for free. And I played in the closed beta, so I have all my stuff I already had, plus more.
I'm glad that they're actually carrying that over for you.
I'm pretty sure they are. If they don't, I'll be mad. I'll find out tonight at midnight as of us recording. So, I'll let you all know the following week. So, yeah, that's great. And then also, don't forget, there is as we're talking about the Destiny Gundam today, we do have that Gundam Seed game, the remaster, which I'm trying to remember what it was called. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed
Battle Destiny.
Battle Destiny?
I think.
Yeah, Battle Destiny Remastered. Yeah. So that comes out in May. So, they're only doing it on digital. That's baloney. Boo.
Yeah, that's dumb. Of note, back to our comment briefly, the Engage Zero has a weird head. I don't have any more notes on it right now. My only note on it right now is it has a weird head.
I'm trying to remember what it looked like. I've only... Oh, yeah, that's the Engage. Okay, yeah. Because I think... I don't know if I have... Because I have UC... Do I have UC Engage downloaded on my phone? I think I do.
I do not right now.
Yeah, I do. I can't remember what mobile suits I have because it's all UC based. So I do know the Engage Gundam is in SD Gundam G Generation. So if you're a fan of the Engage, it is going to be in that game. So there you go. Just an SD format. But they don't have the weird like cartoony eyes. It's like mobile suit eyes like they should be, which is great. But yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add. I know as of recording, episode 2 of G-Quicks is out. I don't care what they tell you in the English dub. It's G-Quicks, as it is in Japanese. That's what I'm calling it. Because it makes the more sense. What did they say in dubbed? I can't remember.
Well, okay, so they didn't say anything at all in the second one because it didn't show up in the second episode.
Yeah,
but I want to
say
episode 1.
G-Quicks in season 1,
which is
or
upsetting.
episode 1. Because how they're doing the release. So I watched the film in theaters, which is the first 2 episodes. Where episode 1 is the second half of the movie, and episode 2 is the first half of the film. So like I want like, episode 2 came out. I was like, oh, I solved this before episode 1. It's dumb. Anyway, but with that being said, let's get back into more of the Destiny.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest, with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/Spotify.
The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
So now we're moving into the special equipment and features. So we have the Hyperdrillion engine, which is the Destiny is powered by the Hyperdrillion engine, a hybrid of the nuclear reactor with the Drilliton beam energy transfer system. Though the Hyperdrillion engine's power output made a power down theoretically impossible, the Destiny Gundam still drained its power reserves to less than 20% during its first engagement with the Strike Freedom. It is said that it was the result of the engine malfunctioning, resulting in the Drillion recharge not being able to keep up with the energy consumption. So, meh. It's a more powerful engine than the nuclear reactor that the Freedom had. But Strike Freedom is better. The Strike Freedom also has the Dragoon system. So
yeah.
Which is also better. We have the Neutron Jammer Canceller. So this is a device built in the mobile suit to counter the effects of neutron jammers. This gives the Destiny the ability to use its Hyperdrillion engine without risk of being shut down. Because there's jammers all over on Earth to where you can't use nuclear anything.
Yeah.
So you need jammers to cancel said jammers. Because that makes sense.
Oh, of course. You have to have something.
Right. So we have its operating system. The Destiny Gundam uses the Gunnery United Nuclear Duriton Advanced Maneuver Operating System, or Mobile Suit Neo Operation System version 1.62 Rev.29. Yeah, they all use like computer operating systems for mobile suits, and they have to, like, most of the like the Gundams specifically were created for like standard humans, but they weren't really created for standard humans. They were created for innovators, which are essentially the series is new types.
Coordinators.
What is Innovators is double O. That's double O. They're all the same damn thing.
They're all different flavors of new type.
Yep. So now we have the variable phase shift armor. So it's an improved version of phase shift armor. VPS armor is capable of automatically changing the strength as well as color and power consumption in the field, although this must be programmed beforehand. Which most, coordinators can do it on the fly. Kira does it on the fly all the time, so because coordinator. Now we have the Voyager Luminaire Propulsion System. So unlike the Voyager Luminaire Propulsion System used by the GSX 401 FW Stargazer Gundam, the one installed in the Destiny's wings is a combat variant that uses an internal laser instead of the solar winds for external power beam to convert its energy into a strong light pressure, which is then used as thrust. The system generates a light effect known as the Wings of Light, and when activated for high-speed movements, it also enables the creation of an after images when used alongside the Mirage Cordoloid system. Shin frequently uses both systems in conjunction with the Ardonite beam sword, rushing into close combat and impaling the target with the sword. This maneuver is effective against larger, less movable opponents, such as the Zamzazaz, Galaskis, and the Destroys, but is less effective against units similar mobility like the Strike Freedom and the Infinite Justice. The Vulture Luminaire Speed, combined with the after images of the Mirage Cordoloid system, also allows the suit to evade the Dragoon system's multi-directional attacks. which is very, very good because the Dragoon system is insanely strong. And then we have the Mirage Corduloid system. So activated with the Wings of Light in use, it spearheads Mirage Corduloid particles, leaving a trail of after images that can confuse the enemy pilots and also make the Destroy Gundam difficult to capture. Or Destiny Gundam, sorry. Destiny Gundam difficult to capture. It's essentially its version of freaking Trans Am.
Yeah, it's super similar.
It's very similar to Trans Am, which I'm trying to think, because Gundam Seed Destiny came out when?
I think it came out not long after.
So Gundam Seed Destiny came out in 2004. Originally. Gundam 00 if I can type right, came out, that was like, what, 2013?
Before that. But
was it before that?
2007.
2007. Okay. So it's 2 years between each other. Okay.
So really, the Trans Am is like...
is a knockoff of the Wings of Light. Absolutely.
And they're both knockoffs of the Moonlight Butterfly. They're not. They're not. In any way, shape, or
please,
form.
no.
Really
God, no. God, no, they are not. Anyway, moving on to the history. So the ZGMF X-42S Destiny Gundam was ZAF's newest and most advanced mobile suit during the Second Alliance Plant War, alongside of the ZGMF X-666S Legend Gundam, is presented to Shin by ZAF chairman Gilbert Randall personally. The first entered combat against a ZGMF 2000 Goof Ignited, piloted by defector Athrin Zala, as it went on to participate in Operation Ragnarok, the invasion of the Heavens Base in Iceland, and was instrumental in ZAF's victory as it worked with the Legend Gundam and the ZGMF X-56S Sword Impulse Gundam in destroying the base's complement of 5 GFAS X-1 Destroy Gundams. So, yeah. The Destiny's a powerful mobile suit, even though, like, Shin has no idea what the hell's going on. He just, I'm going to follow orders and not think for myself.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's why I don't like about this character.
About what happened in normal Seed.
Yeah, because his family gets wiped out by Zaft and by Orb, and because they're all fighting each other. Not Zaft. It was the Union Alliance against Orb, and his entire family died, and he, like right in front of his eyes, and yeah, it's all for revenge. Yeah,
it's I guess, but like
Destiny's dark, but like
it's dark.
Yeah. So it then participated in the attack on Orb Union, where it was confronted by Kagalia Yula Atha in the Orb 01 Akatsuki Gundam, as the Destiny's beam rifle and long-range beam cannon were ineffective against Akatsuki's anti-beam defensive reflection system. Shin switched to the beam sword and beam boomerang. Shin managed to sever Akatsuki's shield-wielding left forearm before Kira Yamato and Lucas Klein made planetfall in the ZGMF X-20A Strike Freedom Gundam and the ZGMF X-19A Infinite Justice Gundam, respectively. The Destiny then fought against the Strike Freedom, losing its beam boomerangs and beam sword in the process, and was eventually forced to retreat due to power issues. Or maybe because Kira's a better pilot than you. I mean,
all 3 of those Gundams that he fights in that battle are awesome.
Oh, absolutely. The Akatsuki's awesome. The Strike Freedom's amazing, and the Infinite Justice is also amazing. So
exactly.
Shin and Destiny later returned to the battlefield with Rei Zabura and the Legend to battle Strike Freedom. They were able to force Strike Freedom into a defensive until Atherin's timely intervention in the Infinite Justice Gundam. Following an attack after Atherin activated his Seed mode in response to Shin's own Seed mode, the destroyer lost most of its right arm in Mobile Suit Seed Destiny The Edge manga. However, Shin was victorious as Atherin was still affected by his injuries. Subsequently, both Destiny and Legend retreated when the LHM-BB-01 Minerva became the command ship of the operation, and ZAF forces were ordered to fall back. Yeah. And then after returning to space, the Destiny led the assault on the Lunar Control Station, the superweapon Requiem, after several plant colonies were destroyed by Lord Dribble, commanding the Earth Alliance's Daedalus base on the moon, destroying or defeating numerous opposing mobile weapons, including the destroyed Gundams stationed there. Shin was able to buy time for Luna Maria Hawk to infiltrate and destroy the command center with her ZGMF X56S Blast Impulse Gundam, aka his girlfriend. And not gonna lie, like, she's probably my favorite, like one of my favorite females in the Seed series, because she's an actual like competent pilot.
Yeah.
So, and then during the final battle of the war, the Destiny engaged the Infinite Justice again after the latter disabled Luna Maria's Force Impulse Gundam. It was then defeated by the Infinite Justice and crashed onto the moon's surface. The Destiny was later recovered and passed over to Erica Simmons, who modified it to the Destiny Gundam Spec 2 at Kigali's request. And then we see it again in the Freedom Seed movie, which is where we see the Spec 2, which is just a suit-up version of the Destiny. And Shin, Kira, and Atherin, they're all like friends and like work together all together, which is great.
Yes.
So we do have some variants of the Destiny. So we have the Destiny Gundam Helene Western Flus Custom. So it's the Revolution Destiny Gundam. While it's thought that there has been only one Destiny Gundam created for Shin, Zaft actually had plans to assemble a new Special Forces unit called the Concluders that consist of multiple ace pilots, all using Destiny Gundams. Helene Western Flus, a member of another Special Forces, Faith, was one of the ace pilots selected for the new unit. A specially adjusted Destiny Gundam with an orange base color palette matching his personal colors was prepared for him. However, his mobile suit was never deployed due to his death. So, oh yeah, I remember him now. Yeah, he's in Seed Destiny. Yeah, he dies. But he's a cool character. I liked him, but he was also like awful orders and crap. So, and then we have Shimon Izuna's Destiny Gundam. So this is featuring the anime Gundam Build Fighters Try. It is a Destiny Gundam gunpla used by Shimon Izuna. It was built by Shimon's little brother, Mamoru Izuna, as he recovered from an illness. It is built straight out of the box with no attention to fixing up nub marks, etc. Thus, its stats during gunpla battle is not very impressive. However, Shimon is able to compensate for his high piloting skills and managed to go toe-to-toe with Sekai Kamiki and his BG-011B build Burning Gundam, despite the latter incredible build. Yeah, he uses boxing. Shimon uses boxing. So, like, his piloting skills and his fighting techniques compensated for the just straight build assembly.
Yeah, it's cool to watch.
It was a good episode. And the last but not least, we do have notes and trivia. So the Destiny's head crest displays the text X42S do, where in Italian do or due means two and references the Destiny's and series number. During the Battle of Orb, a blue beam is seen destroying a Masamune. As no other mobile suit has known to use blue beams, it is speculated that the attack is from the Destiny's palm beam cannons, and this suggests they can also serve as range weapon. However, this is never confirmed in any official materials. That's fair. In Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme Versus 2 Overboost's popularity poll, the Destiny was voted as the most popular 3,000 cost unit. And then the Destiny appears in the Extreme Versus series as a 3,000 cost unit under Shin and a 2,500 cost for Helene's. Aside from their main weapons, both units can use the Vulture Luminaire for a special movement and cost no boost. As for the powered down variant, Helene cannot use the Destiny's long range beam cannon for a sustained shot. For his follow up from Vulture Luminaire are weaker than Shin's, but is compensated by having more charges for the movement. Just use Shin. Enough said. But yeah, that's what we have on the Destiny. So fun stuff. Destiny's awesome. I love the mobile suit. I love the backpack. I wish they add builder parts to GB4 to where you could have the cannon as a separate attachment. Because so what I really wish they would add is the 00 Sky from Build Divers, because the 00 Sky uses parts from the Destiny. And it uses the Argonaut and the beam cannon on its backpack with the 00's Trans Am system, and it combines it with the Wings of Light, which is very unique. And God, they have the 00 in the game, but they don't have the 00 Sky.
Yeah.
They also don't have many like Build Diver suits.
No, there's some of the ones from
there's Build Fighters
Hono Try that I really want, and they're not there.
Nope, not at all, which sucks.
Sadness.
But anyway, that's all I have on the Destiny. Do you have anything for the Destiny?
I think so.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you again for listening to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast, and remember, pilots, stay safe out there. Thank you for listening to the Gundam Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share how you got into the Gundam series, and you can even find us on Twitter at Gundam Lorecast, and even email us at gundamlorecast@outlook.com.